Ever heard of a village where men and women speak entirely different languages? Or another hidden deep in Nigeria's jungle, home to some of the world's smallest people? Ever wondered why Nigerian men proudly wear pink lipstick? Or how one tiny town became the global capital of twins? Nigeria isn't just another country, it's a land of mysteries, vibrant traditions, and stories you've never imagined. Curious? But before we dive into the main content, let us know where you're tuning in from so we can give you a proper say hello. Ubong, a small, remote village tucked away in the lush heartland of Nigeria. It's not on most maps, but what happens here could change the way you think about language, culture, and identity forever. In Ubong, clothes aren't called the same thing by everyone. A man might say Nike, but a woman would say Yaya. A simple kitchen? To a man, it's kitschy. To a woman is Oang. These are two completely distinct vocabularies, passed down through generations, spoken every single day. But boys speak the women's language until they turn 10. That's when they're taught the men's language, a rite of passage that quietly, powerfully signals their transition into manhood. Even as English spreads across Nigeria, especially among younger generations, Ubong holds on to this custom. Deep between the borders of Cross River and Akwa Ibom states, the jungle breathes. Shadows of the trees stand tall and live some of the smallest people on Earth. These are dwarf tribes where most adults stand just 3 to 4 feet tall. These villages are vibrant, self-sufficient, and rich with heritage. The people here live in rhythm with the rainforest, speaking in soft dialects and walking barefoot. They farm, carve tools from wood, and fashion baskets from vines. Every movement, every ritual, every tool passed down from generation to generation. Their size, scientists believe, comes from a naturally occurring genetic trait. It's a rare example of environmental adaptation, possibly linked to centuries of living in dense jungle regions, where being small might have offered an evolutionary edge. According to anthropological research from institutions like National Geographic, such populations exist in very few places worldwide, including some parts of Central Africa, Southeast Asia, and here in Nigeria. Are you impressed by this tribe of little people? If you are, comment with the number 5 to let us know you're still following our content. In the bustling heart of Nigerian cities and towns, especially in places like Lagos and Abuja, you'll see men in a perfectly tailored pink agbada, embroidered with lace and floral patterns. For Nigerian men, pink means power, but it doesn't stop at clothing. A new trend is making waves among young Nigerian men: pink lips. Through a process called lip tattooing, men are enhancing their appearance with rosy, vibrant lips. The treatment, which costs around $45. Some men opt for alternatives exfoliating with rose water or homemade sugar scrubs to achieve that same fresh, pink-toned look. Pink lips and bold fashion have become signals of a new Nigerian masculinity, one that embraces style, sensitivity, and strength. Let's visit a town famous for having many sets of twins born there in the next segment. But first, take 5 seconds to hit the subscribe button on Mystery Globe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our newest and most exciting videos. In most parts of the world, having twins is considered a rare, almost magical event. But in Igbo Ora, a quiet town in southwestern Nigeria, it's just another day. Located about 60 kilometers north of Lagos, Nigeria's busiest city, Igbo Ora looks like any other rural town. But something extraordinary is happening here. According to recent studies, Nigeria holds the highest natural twinning rate in the world. In Igbo Ora, it's not uncommon for families to have 2, 3, or even up to 8 sets of twins. Locals believe it all comes down to diet, specifically okra leaves, known as iwedu in Yoruba. The preparation matters. The dish must be eaten fresh, never stored overnight. Women in the area say that consuming this green vegetable regularly increases the chances of having twins. Of course, science hasn't officially confirmed this connection. There's ongoing research, but nothing conclusive yet. Still, in Igbo Ora, the belief is strong, and so is the twin culture. There are twin festivals, rituals, and even market stalls selling matching clothes just for twin siblings. But Nigeria hasn't always embraced twins. Not long ago, in certain parts of the country, twins were seen as bad omens. That dark chapter has slowly faded, replaced by a new era where twins are symbols of luck, fertility, and spiritual blessing. The Argungu Fishing Festival, held in Kebbi State, northwestern Nigeria. Thousands of men charge into the water at once, clutching nothing but woven fishing baskets and ancestral pride. To catch the biggest fish in under an hour with bare hands, the stakes are high. In past festivals, fishermen have caught fish weighing over 110 pounds. Besides a generous cash reward, the winner earns respect and legacy. Argungu is not just about fishing, it's a 4-day cultural explosion, blending ancient rituals and modern pride. You'll see canoe races where men row like warriors to pounding drum beats, traditional wrestling, where victory is about honor, cultural dances rich with symbolism, color, and tribal pride. And, of course, food, lots of it. Local chefs prepare fresh river fish in styles that date back generations. Grilled, smoked, or stewed, it's a feast that speaks to the heart of Nigerian hospitality. It began over 90 years ago as a peaceful resolution to tribal conflict between the Kebbi and Sokoto kingdoms. Today, it symbolizes unity and cultural preservation, drawing crowds from across Nigeria and even beyond. According to the Nigerian Tourism Development Corporation, the Argungu Fishing Festival is one of the most visited cultural events in West Africa, playing a key role in boosting ecotourism and regional pride. Do you want to come here and experience this festival? If so, feel free to let us know by commenting the number 1 down below. Let's start in Kaduna State, where Kajuru Castle is. Built in the late 1980s by a German expatriate, Kajuru Castle looks like it was plucked from medieval Europe and dropped in West Africa. Turrets, stone staircases, even a dungeon. Perched on a hilltop, it offers panoramic views of the savannah that stretch endlessly in every direction. Spend the night here and you're not just visiting history, you're living it. Watch the sun melt into the horizon from the tower balcony. Then dine under the stars beside the stone walls, far from the city noise. The castle is private, so advance booking is a must. It's best accessed via road from Kaduna City. Just outside Abuja, Nigeria's capital, looms Zuma Rock, a towering monolith standing over 2,300 feet high. Locals call it the gateway to Abuja. Look closely and you'll see it, a human face naturally etched into the rock's surface. Eyes, nose, lips. It's almost too perfect to be real, and yet it's completely untouched by human hands. Zuma Rock has a long-held spiritual significance. Some say it's a guardian of the land. Others believe it holds mystical powers. If you're craving fresh air, misty peaks, and untouched nature, head southeast to Cross River State, where you'll find the breathtaking Abudu Mountain Resort. Perched over 5,000 feet above sea level, this mountaintop escape is the closest thing Nigeria has to a cloud forest. It's peaceful, cool, and wildly photogenic. Take a dip in the natural spring-fed pool, hike to cascading waterfalls, watch rare birds flit through the trees. For a moment, you'll feel like you've discovered another world. Obudu is best accessed via air to Calabar, followed by a scenic drive through winding mountain roads. Nigeria's streets, where every corner is a kitchen, every stall a story, and every bite a bold expression of culture. If Nigeria had a national street food, it would be suya. Made from thinly sliced beef, chicken, or even goat meat, suya is coated in yaji, a peppery mix of crushed peanuts, cayenne, ginger, and secret spices. It's grilled over open flames and served wrapped in old newspapers or brown paper, usually with fresh onions and sliced cucumbers. Nigerian jollof rice is legendary. Bold, rich, unapologetically spicy. While the recipe varies across West Africa, Nigerian street vendors keep it simple but flavorful. Tomato-based rice spiced with garlic, onions, thyme, and habanero peppers, often served with fried chicken or turkey wings. Add sweet, ripe plantains fried until golden, and you've got a plate that hits every note: sweet, spicy, savory, and satisfying. If you're up early enough, look for the women behind steaming metal pots at busy junctions. They're cooking deep-fried bean cakes made from black-eyed peas. Crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, and often seasoned with onions, chili, and crayfish. Pair ara with a smooth, custard-like cornmeal porridge, and you've got a breakfast that powers millions every morning. Nigeria, often referred to as the Giant of Africa, remains a formidable economic force on the continent. In 2025, its gross domestic product based on purchasing power parity is projected to reach approximately $1.52 trillion, maintaining its position as one of Africa's largest economies. This economic strength is underpinned by vast oil reserves, a burgeoning technology sector, and a dynamic population exceeding 233 million. However, the nation's economic landscape is complex. Despite its wealth, Nigeria grapples with significant challenges, including high inflation rates, currency devaluation, and the repercussions of recent policy shifts like the removal of fuel subsidies. These factors have contributed to economic hardships for many citizens, highlighting the disparities within the country's economic framework. A stark illustration of these disparities is Makoko, an informal settlement in Lagos. Often dubbed the Venice of Africa, Makoko is a floating slum where estimates suggest up to 250,000 people reside in stilted homes over the Lagos Lagoon. The community lacks basic infrastructure, including access to clean water, electricity, and sanitation facilities. Despite these challenges, Makoko thrives with a resilient spirit, maintaining its own local governance and security structures in the absence of formal government support. Nigeria's economic narrative is one of contrasts, immense potential juxtaposed with profound challenges. For those intrigued by the complexities of emerging economies, Nigeria offers a compelling case study of growth, resilience, and the ongoing quest for equitable development. Nigeria's cost of living in 2025 presents a complex picture. While daily expenses can be manageable, recent economic shifts have introduced new challenges. In Lagos, Nigeria's bustling economic hub, renting a modest one-bedroom apartment in the city center ranges from approximately $400 to $800 per month. Outside the city center, similar accommodations may cost between $200 to $400 monthly. Luxury or serviced apartments can exceed $1,500. In smaller cities or rural areas, basic housing options are available for as low as $50 to $100 per month. Local cuisine is both delicious and affordable. A meal at an inexpensive restaurant typically costs between $2 to $5, while a three-course meal for two at a mid-range restaurant ranges from $15 to $30. Monthly grocery expenses, including staples like rice, beans, vegetables, and some meat, can total between $100 to $200, depending on dietary preferences. Public transportation remains budget-friendly, with one-way tickets on buses or shared taxis costing around 50 cents. Monthly commuting expenses average $20 to $50. Ride-hailing services like Bolt or Uber are widely available, with short rides typically costing between $2 to $6. However, following the removal of petrol subsidies, fuel prices have tripled, leading to increased transportation costs. In response, the government has initiated a compressed natural gas program to reduce transport expenses by nearly 50%, though adoption has been gradual due to infrastructure challenges. Monthly utility bills, including electricity, water, and garbage collection, average between $50 to $100 for a small apartment. It's important to note that electricity supply can be inconsistent, prompting some residents to invest in alternative power sources. For a single individual, monthly living expenses in Nigeria can range from $500 to $1,200, depending on lifestyle choices and location. In Nigeria, football transcends mere sport. It's a unifying force that binds communities and ignites national pride. From bustling urban centers to remote villages, the passion for the game is palpable. Children craft makeshift balls from bundled rags, playing with fervor on dusty fields, while adults gather around radios and televisions, collectively holding their breath during crucial matches. The national team, known as the Super Eagles, epitomizes this fervor. Since their debut in the 1994 FIFA World Cup, they've qualified for 6 tournaments, reaching the round of 16 in 1994, 1998, and 2014. Their dynamic play and resilience have earned them admiration both at home and abroad. Nigeria has produced football legends who have left indelible marks on the global stage. John Obi Mikel, for instance, enjoyed a successful career at Chelsea FC, securing multiple titles, including the UEFA Champions League in 2012. Another standout is Wilfried Ndidi, a formidable presence in Leicester City's midfield, known for his defensive prowess and consistency. Beyond the pitch, football serves as a cultural cornerstone in Nigeria. Match days transform cities into vibrant hubs of activity, with streets adorned in green and white, the national colors. Fans don jerseys, paint their faces, and engage in spirited discussions reflecting the game's deep-rooted significance in Nigerian society. Nigeria's Nollywood stands as a cinematic powerhouse, producing over 2,500 films annually, surpassing Hollywood and second only to India's Bollywood. This prolific output not only showcases the nation's storytelling prowess, but also significantly contributes to its economy. In 2025, Nollywood's revenue is projected to reach approximately $14.82 billion, a substantial increase from $6.4 billion in previous years. This growth underscores the industry's expanding global influence and its role as a major employer, providing jobs for over 1 million individuals across various sectors, including acting, directing, production, and distribution. Nollywood's impact extends beyond economics. It serves as a cultural ambassador portraying authentic African narratives that resonate with audiences worldwide. Despite challenges such as piracy and limited infrastructure, the industry's resilience is evident in its continued expansion and international collaborations. For those intrigued by unique cultural expressions and dynamic storytelling, Nollywood offers a rich tapestry of films that reflect Nigeria's diverse heritage and contemporary experiences. Nigeria, often called the Giant of Africa, is home to the continent's wealthiest individual, Aliko Dangote. As of March 2025, Dangote's net worth is estimated at $28 billion, $100 million, according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index. He has held the title of Africa's richest person for over a decade. Born in 1957 in Kano State, Nigeria, Dangote began his entrepreneurial journey at the age of 21 by borrowing $3,000 from his uncle to import agricultural commodities into Nigeria, repaying the loan within 3 months. Today, he is the founder and CEO of Dangote Group, a diversified conglomerate with operations in 17 African countries. Dangote Group's core businesses include cement, sugar, salt, flour, and fertilizer. Dangote Cement, the company's flagship subsidiary, is the largest cement producer in sub-Saharan Africa, with a production capacity of 52 million tons per year across 10 countries. The group also operates a $20 billion oil refinery in Lekki, Lagos, which began production in January 2024. With a capacity of 650,000 barrels per day, it is the largest refinery in Africa and Europe. His investments have created thousands of jobs and have helped reduce the country's reliance on imported goods. Despite facing challenges, including regulatory disputes and competition, Dangote's enterprises continue to be a driving force in Africa's industrial landscape. Nigeria, a country renowned for its vibrant culture, is also a true linguistic treasure chest. It is home to over 500 languages, spoken by diverse communities across its vast landscape. While English serves as the official language, acting as a unifying medium for communication across different regions, it is far from the only language heard in the daily life of Nigerians. Major languages like Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo dominate different parts of the country. In the north, you will find Hausa widely spoken, with its distinct expressions and intonations resonating through the air in bustling towns and villages. Moving to the southwest, Yoruba takes center stage, with its tonal richness and unique greetings filling the streets of cities like Lagos. Meanwhile, in the southeast, Igbo thrives as the language of the Igbo people, contributing to the region's cultural identity. Each of these languages reflects the deep history and heritage of Nigeria's largest ethnic groups. One interesting development is the introduction of Nigerian Sign Language, which was established in 1960 and is based on American Sign Language. NSL has become an essential communication tool for the hearing-impaired community not only in Nigeria, but also in neighboring countries like Chad and the Republic of Congo. It has played a significant role in fostering inclusion and accessibility for deaf individuals across the region. Nigeria stands as Africa's most populous nation, with an estimated population of approximately 237 million people in 2025. This accounts for over 16% of the continent's total population. Projections indicate that by 2050, Nigeria's population could surpass 400 million, positioning it as the third most populous country globally, following India and China. Covering an area of around 923,768 square kilometers, Nigeria's vast landscape encompasses diverse climates and ecosystems. The southern regions feature humid tropical climates with lush vegetation, while the northern areas transition into arid zones characteristic of the Sahel. Nigeria's cultural richness is reflected in its linguistic diversity, with over 500 languages spoken across more than 250 ethnic groups. Major ethnic communities include the Hausa Fulani in the north, the Yoruba in the southwest, and the Igbo in the southeast. This mosaic of cultures contributes to Nigeria's dynamic social fabric, evident in its music, cuisine, and traditions. Urban centers like Lagos and Abuja are rapidly expanding, attracting individuals seeking economic opportunities. However, this urbanization presents challenges, including infrastructure development and service provision. Despite these hurdles, Nigeria's youthful population offers significant potential for innovation and growth. We've explored 14 amazing facts about this incredible country. If you enjoyed the video about Nigeria, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the Mystery Globe channel. Your support is the driving force that helps us continuously improve and bring you even more engaging content. Thank you, and see you in our next travel documentary. We are so glad you are with us today. Please leave a comment, like the video to support us, and subscribe for more videos. See you soon.